So Trump, greatest president ever, obviously. The moon landing was fake, and the Earth is flat.
Okay.
That's what I would say if I was a troll.
Okay. I was about to say.
We're about to have a little talk.
Right.
So today we're talking about trolling. As Marcus so generously demonstrated, trolling is the art of deliberately, cleverly, and secretly pissing people off. And it's usually done in a virtual internet type of way. So we're going to be talking about that, and we're also going to be talking about catfishing.
One of my favorite things.
And
I
the
love the
difference and the difference between the two.
Trolling. Basically, it's like saying something behind the safety of a computer, you know, that you would not say to somebody in their face.
Right?
Exactly.
Now, that's kind of the things with trolls. They're just looking for attention. So often, not all the time, but often you should probably just, let them be. Don't, feed into them or anything like that,
Don't feed the trolls.
Under the stairs.
That's people under the stairs.
No, it's trolls. If you look, all trolls were things under the stairs.
Under the bridge.
Under the
Oh,
bridge.
okay.
Yeah, that's a bridge, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So let's kick it.
So we're talking about catfishing and trolling and the differences between the two. And with catfishing, it really involves like taking a person's profile or creating a fake profile in order to start a deceptive relationship. And then with trolling, it's more like online bullying, kind of just like being like that smart alecky, like wisecracking, like, just intentionally like trolling. And
That's what the attempt seems to be, but then oftentimes it's like you're just coming off as a jerk.
Right.
You're not even a smart jerk, just saying stuff to say stuff,
Exactly.
So you're hating on people, basically, right?
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
And it's only done online. I mean, because when I think of trolling, like, I don't think I think of it as
typically done online.
Okay, the greater context of trolling, because when we say something to you or you might say, "Oh, you guys are such trolls."
You do.
So
you do say
in
that.
real life, y'all can.
So is it like making fun of?
It's more so like being, I think, like a smart aleck
Sarcastic?
kind of. Sarcasm can be involved, I think.
like a mean girl.
Yeah.
I think sarcasm.
I think it's more. I think it. Maybe that's some of it, but I think it's more so trying to get a rise out of a person.
Oh,
That is
I think
wrong.
sarcasm is a main focus of it.
Right,
Because
you
just
can
being
utilize.
mean, just being mean is not. That's just being mean.
Right.
Trolling is more sarcastic because
Yeah,
you
it's
play
more-
like you're not being mean, but you really are. You know what I mean?
Right. It's being like a smart aleck.
Yeah.
A lot of celebrities. I think when you're in a public sphere, you get a lot of people trolling you because you're popular.
You're a known you're a known figure.
You're a known figure. So
And I guess maybe if people sort of pick on, if you pick on a celebrity and then all of a sudden you might catch some of that fame or whatever.
oh, so there's a
There can be famous
strategy
trolls as well.
to the troll. Are there famous trolls?
Well, what's his name? Paris. What's his name? The guy.
Hilton?
Perez?
Perez Hilton.
Oh.
He was.
Is he,
wait.
is he a Hilton?
Is that Paris Hilton's like brother or something?
I don't know.
Okay,
think so.
okay, go ahead.
No. Like
Okay.
he trolls a lot.
Okay, but
That's kind of how he got.
that's his business, basically,
Yeah,
right?
Like
Oh,
his
so
kind
there
of.
is
I didn't
people
realize
that get
that.
famous for that.
So what are some examples out there of celebrities that are trolled?
Well, there was the example when someone came at Rihanna. Who
about
I
how-
don't
How you
know
gonna
why
come at
they.
the bad girl like that?
I know, like you know you're gonna come on, stop it. They were talking about her forehead. They
Right.
mentioned she clapped back. Like what was it? It was.
So it said something about your forehead is brighter than a diamond.
It's
No.
brighter than my
Brighter than my future.
Oh,
Or
bright!
as bright as my
I
future.
was thinking of her song.
So it sounds like you're a troll.
Without trying.
She came up with her own troll.
Yo, that forehead shine bright like a diamond.
Wow.
We're not trolling you, Rihanna. We
love you,
promise.
Rihanna.
we love you, we love you. And she said something like, "Oh, then there's you don't.
Then there's hope for
Then
you.
there's hope for you." Exactly. There was another.
Clever
Watch you.
clever.
There was another one
was a good
where Ciara had went to Jesse Taylor Jesse Tyler Ferguson. That's the guy from Modern Family. So she had went to the wedding and she posted, and he married. I think his husband's name is Justin, and she posted a picture of her at the wedding. She said the wedding was lit and all this stuff. And someone said, you shouldn't do that. As a Christian, it's not a good look. And she was like, first of all, Christians don't judge. Second of all, I don't know if she said mind your business, but that would have been my second thing. But so there is a clap back. You know?
Yeah. I think one of the fun things about those kind of clapbacks,
They are great.
I mean, there's a whole segment on either who is it, Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel's show.
Yeah,
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel show, right? Yeah,
mean tweets.
mean tweets. Oh, I love those mean tweets.
Well, you get the celebrity to read the bad tweets towards them.
Right.
And they get it constantly. They really do. And I guess they, what do you do? Do you read them or whatever? I don't know.
Some people just ignore. They just don't read it.
And some people do clap back.
I would just
And some
ignore
people
them
clap back.
sometimes,
Right.
because
you get tired. It's a never-ending.
it's like
It's
I
too
don't.
much.
Right. You
I mean,
can't
there's-
harp on it.
Yeah, there's certain ones. I mean, if it's coming from like a no-name account, it's like, who cares?
Right,
They
some
only get
Russian
like 2
bot.
likes. Yeah, some
Right.
Russian bot or whatever.
Exactly.
It's
So
like,
so that's like trolling. But what about catfishing? Now I know Maya is like the biggest.
Catfish, like maniac.
She
Yeah.
can watch that, like the show
The show,
itself.
yeah, the show.
She
Catfish.
can not. She's not right. She's not a
She's not a
catfisher.
catfisher.
No,
She's
I'm
a
not.
watcher of catfishing, but she watches
know
that
of.
show all the.
See, now I'm trolling.
Now he's trolling.
That's trolling.
Not on the internet, but to your
we're
face.
gonna have to have a talk.
You really got to take him out back
You know?
to the woodshed.
Better
So-
look at these rabbits.
Give him a talking to.
So all right. So what is catfishing?
So that's
Basically, what are some examples?
Oh, so there was a crazy example in which Tracy Thomas, the celebrity, and it was a good episode. She was being catfished by an account of a woman who was like a super fan. And one of the women, she created 2 profiles.
Okay.
And one of the profiles, she actually killed the person off, said they had cancer and died.
So there's a whole backstory
What?
involved in all this.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the times, at least with the show anyway, people create fake profiles to start relationships with people.
Okay.
But sometimes there's different stories where you have super fans or people trying to catfish for even more deceptive, like harsh purposes and things of that nature.
Like, I'm gonna mess with this person's mind and totally.
Yeah, some people do that.
That's crazy.
It's
But-
wild.
Yeah, why?
I'm confused.
I'm confused
I'm
too, because let me
confused.
just tell you, just coming
I'm confused.
from my perspective, as far as for catfishing, right? In terms of people playing people that they're not, and not meeting the person, I don't understand it personally.
I don't get it
And
either.
it happens, and I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
Right.
But coming from where my age group, it's like I don't get how a person can be catfished in the sense of. So I meet somebody online, right? Because the whole online thing is just a new,
New
fairly
thing.
new
Right.
thing.
Well, yeah. Right.
Speaking. After about talking online, talking on the phone in our, old school cases. After about 1 or 2 times, I'm ready to meet the person face to face.
Right.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be going months.
I get that.
People go a long time with
Yeah.
in these stories. They go a long time.
They go a long
Wasn't
time
it-
without
and it's
meeting
not
you
even
face to face.
and it's not even the whole meet to face, and it's not just the meet the face to face thing. Because sure, you may be out of state or something like that, and it might be hard.
Right.
But at
That's
the,
true.
Yeah, at the very
Yeah.
least, FaceTime.
Video.
Oh, I don't have a webcam. It's
Then
like,
you know
well,
what?
You got a phone.
After a
Yeah.
while, you know what I'm saying?
They
You know
come up
what?
with some
Wasn't
crazy...
even
I'm
a
a
basketball
ghost.
player or something like that?
So Birdman, Birdman, he was actually catfished. He actually met the girl in real life, but apparently there was a middle woman in between, like filtering out their text messages and saying crazy stuff to both of them, to where it got like criminal.
She was catfishing both of them.
She was catfishing both of them.
It was,
that's wild.
and the
That's
fact
crazy.
that she had that much damn time on her hands.
Right, that's
All
what I'm
of the-
saying.
That's the thing with all of these people. Like I
Right.
saw an
Do they
episode or
work?
2 with you.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like the time that they have to do this, the time and effort,
Create
It's
profile.
amazing.
profile that they can put into something productive.
Right.
Right?
Right.
There's a lot of time. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of time and effort.
Wasted.
A
Like
lot.
just to fool somebody. Like, why?
Use your
Wow.
powers for
Like
good.
that one young girl, the young black girl. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Yo, she was crazy.
It was, so do these individuals who do the catfishing, do they usually have some type of mental issue?
I think she did.
Or, yeah.
Some of them do, some of them
Yeah.
don't.
Some
Some,
of
of
them
them
don't.
are insecure. They don't like the way they look. They don't, feel
Right,
confident
okay.
in themselves,
Sure.
so they feel the need to be somebody else.
Sure.
So when you were
Some people are just terrible people.
terrible people. So when you were saying this, it brought back like Cyrano de Bergerac. Like, this is an old school story where the guy got someone to speak for him because he thought he was unattractive. And this is like an old, like, I mean, this is an old
fable,
school,
not
yeah,
fable, but old school back in the
story.
day.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
learn when these kids
Catfishing
growing
before
up.
catfishing.
Right, so
was
that's
all-
like, oh, that's like way
What
back.
did he do? He got the good-looking.
He got the good-looking guy,
whatever.
and he
To
fed
talk
him
to the girl,
words.
he fed him
Right,
words.
exactly.
Yeah,
But
that's
meanwhile,
right.
you know, this was a good-looking woman. She fell in love with a good-looking guy, but meanwhile, she fell in love with the words
Right.
of Cyrano de Bergerac.
Right. We actually have some examples of catfishing and kind of trolling within our family.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
we had a situation one time where one uncle kind of catfished another one. Classic story. So basically, Dad, your brother, Uncle Jason, catfished Mom's brother, Uncle Rob.
So basically, I got a letter. We got a letter in the mail talking about about a family reunion, but we didn't recognize anybody in this letter. Like, who are these people?
Right.
So I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
And so there was a number on it. And one Thanksgiving, we decided to call that number on there. But the number, you know, before we did it, you know, we were all saying, oh, dial star or whatever, 60, whatever it is.
To figure out.
To hide your number.
Right, to hide our number.
So
We thought it might be fake.
Right, it might
exactly,
be a catfishing thing, the
exactly.
letter.
So my brother Robert called the number, and you know, nobody picked up. So then after that, still Thanksgiving, same day, about maybe 5 minutes later, that number called back, and it was an unknown number. My brother picks it up. Before this, my brother's like, "Oh, this is some Nigerian, scam, and they just want money." Da da da.
Right.
So he picked up the phone, and on the other end of the phone, he heard somebody say, "Who is this calling my phone?" You know, in an African accent, right?
Oh my God.
Long story short, it was really my brother-in-law, Jason, who made the call in the house. He was actually
in the
in
bathroom.
the house.
I saw him go into the bathroom and just him sort of just like smiling coming out of there. Not even really knowing what's going on, but just sort of just seeing the look on his face, and he was just like,
Who is this? And Rob, when Rob heard it, he went crazy.
Oh, he went crazy. He was
I
like,
told
I
y'all.
knew it.
I knew it. I told y'all.
It
It
was-
was a scam.
It was
Jason
Jason.
came out here, face beat red,
Just
cracking up.
Hilarious.
So that was a catfish situation, right?
Yeah, over the
Yeah,
phone.
we
Also
were
trolling.
crying.
Also trolling.
A little bit of
It was
trolling, a little bit of
Ni-
catfish.
nice combo.
Oh my God, we were crying.
it was funny.
I was like, I told y'all, I told y'all it was a scam.
And then we had another situation where so that's why I get confused a little bit about the trolling and being internet or online, because your grandfather had the same situation with
Oh.
A similar
catfishing,
situation.
I guess.
So basically, it's so what's funny about that is, so I'm in my apartment, and one morning I wake up and
Brooklyn.
yeah, like I was just sort of like chilling. I think it was on a weekend or something like that, and and so my grandfather calls me and it was just like, you know, I'm all just like droopy eyed, like, yo, what's up? You know, it's like, hey, are you okay? Do you need like money or something? And it's like, or you know, like it was like, are you home right now? Like, what's going on with you? And I'm like, I'm literally just waking up in my apartment. What's up? And it was just like, so I got a call, you know, saying that you were hurt somewhere and you needed money. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm literally I'm chilling in my apartment right now. I just woke up. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. So
You know?
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Like somebody calls and does that.
Yeah,
Like you
so
said, that
basically-
time and effort.
Yeah, so basically, someone called my grandfather, you know,
Her
like
dad.
trying to, her dad, basically being like, oh, you know, I'm hurt and I need you to send me money. And it's like, oh, is this Marcus? It's like, yeah, this is Marcus.
Marcus.
That was the thing that like caught him, because it
Right.
was like, because you see those guys
Exactly.
trying to fish for information.
Exactly.
You know, sort of leading people to sort of like give them examples.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like psychic reading or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
They're
Right,
feeding,
because
they're
that person
feeding.
didn't know your name. So,
Exactly.
and he gave it to him. Is this Marcus? Yeah, it's Marcus.
Yeah.
And older people do usually tend to be, you know, more prone to those
victim.
kinds of
Yes.
things because
Yeah.
they don't know, you know, people, you know, they don't know the techniques that, you know, catfishers use
Right.
to try and, you know, scam them and
Sad.
get money out of them. It happens, unfortunately, too often.
So why do you think people troll? Like, what's the whole thing behind it?
I
Like,
mean,
like we said, is it something
cowardly.
cowardly?
They're being cowardly, and they wouldn't say this to a person's face, I don't think.
Maybe, I guess it's part of that, like, you know, I want to say it, but, you know, I'm going to have Twitter fingers and you know,
Twitter
and,
fingers.
you know, stand behind my Twitter fingers, and just say this without any fear of like real
repercussions.
consequence.
Yeah.
Right.
Or they want to be famous, like you were saying. You're talking about
A lot
that
of times,
too, right?
That's a part of it.
Because they can grab onto that.
They want
fame.
part of the right. And you can, because in no other time ever have you had such access to famous
Anybody.
people.
Yeah.
Isn't it something?
Yeah,
That's true.
It's amazing.
Back
It
in the
really
day, you
is
never had
amazing.
this level where
Never.
you could talk instantly to
crazy.
any sort of person, any sort of celebrity.
Yeah, that.
Right,
When you
and
think about it, it's
and
kind
they
of crazy.
respond. They can respond right back to
Right,
you.
exactly.
So people just
Shoot, so celebrities, influencers,
Yeah.
politicians.
Anybody.
Politicians. Do you think that with Trump being in office, that it kind of exacerbated trolls? I mean, I think
so.
our president trolled us
Because it was an attempt to kind of, sway the election, and that was a big year
yes.
when he was running and all that. So, you have all these, even like bots and
Bots.
fake
Yeah,
accounts.
Russian bots.
Right.
And whatnot,
That,
yeah.
Is that
pop
catfishing
up.
or that's trolling?
Well,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
catfishing.
yeah, yeah.
Well, if
Kind of.
Well,
if they don't have
really-
a profile
Because they're-
picture,
If that- yeah.
They're playing something,
Oh,
trying to
that's
play
true.
like they're not, somebody that they're not.
So they're
that's true.
catfishing and then trolling.
they
basically.
can catfish.
Right.
Yes.
I got you.
I think there should probably maybe be like a different word for that too.
Right.
I mean, it's more insidious than just trolling in those kind of
Yeah,
cases.
Yeah.
that's right. You're changing the
fate
whole
of
right
the country.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very dangerous.
And I think Trump did have a lot to do with some of that.
Oh, emboldening trolls.
Right, and
Yeah.
being a major troll.
And just
Right.
being a troll in and of
Right.
itself.
On that
He
level.
was
yeah.
pretty much a Twitter internet troll.
He really
yes.
was.
Oh, without
like,
a
straight
doubt.
up.
And you know
And
what?
the leader of the free world.
And the
Jesus.
funny thing is about it, not so funny, is he was really good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He still has people terrified. That's the other thing about trolling. Like people were terrified and still are of doing things against him because they knew that he would get on Twitter. Well, he's not on Twitter anymore, but he would get on Twitter and he would break people down.
That's
And
where
when we
it
say
becomes-
people, we mean like other politicians. Which
Right.
makes it-
Right.
Yeah.
Other politicians and foreign leaders, he
Right.
That's what
People
makes
who
this
have power.
dangerous.
Right.
right, makes
That's
it
what makes it
dangerous.
dangerous.
Right,
Absolutely.
So they won't speak out against him because they know
Right.
all he has to do is get on there and say something, and the people that follow,
And it takes it from being an internet joke to something that affects real
Totally
world
different.
politics.
Right.
Right.
It turns into January 6th,
Right?
the insurrection.
Absolutely.
straight up.
You're absolutely
much.
right. Isn't that
That's
crazy?
the impact.
It
that
really,
has.
really is. It's amazing.
Trolling and catfishing ain't no joke.
I don't like none of it.
And
You don't like none of it?
No, catfish
Oh,
and trolling.
you keep your trolling in house.
We should talk. Trolling as we do the show.
I think we can all kind of troll every now and
No, we
then.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
trolling.
yeah.
I like to have fun.
Yeah.
that's fun.
That's fun.
Yeah,
When you
fun.
hurting my feelings.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
You know?
Can dish it out but can't take it. That's
See,
it.
you trolling right now.
You're trolling right now.
This is a troll fest.
What is a
y'all.
troll?
All right, so yeah, we've covered a lot of ground, and just a few helpful tips on how to not get catfished. One, if they don't want to FaceTime or Zoom you, that's
It's sus.
very sus. Also, if they're asking for money as well,
Ooh.
that's another
That's also
thing.
sus.
Very sus. Also, if the relationship is progressing very quickly, that's also another red flag with catfishers and just relationships in general.
Sure.
Okay. Take it slow.
If they don't give you their social media, or if you find out that they have social media and didn't tell you about it, then that's not a good look. So
Okay.
those are just some helpful tips there.
Cool.
So let's talk a little bit about trolling, what to do. So according to the Center for Countering Digital Hate, the best actions to take against a troll are: don't respond,
Okay.
block the trolls from your accounts.
The block button, beautiful.
Right? It really is. Don't post online that you're being targeted. Okay, you don't want to put that all out there.
Understandable.
Take some time out from social media. Take a little pause. And if the abuse you receive is really threatening, you can report it to the social media outlet or the police. So there's some things to do if you encounter a troll.
All right, that's some good advice. I like that.
I like that too.
Nice.
So we want to let you guys know that we are on every Wednesday at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Check us out.
Eastern Standard
Live
Time.
on Facebook and on YouTube.
Yeah.
Speaking of those things, you can also subscribe to our channel on YouTube Hit the notification bell to get notified when we make new videos. Like our page on Facebook. All that good stuff.
We're on all the social media.
All over the internet.
We on that Instagram. We getting on that TikTok. You know.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, we got TikTok.
That's gonna be fun, right, Jay? TikTok.
Yay.
All right, troll.
That's my